Life magazine article, I think, sort of really opened up the floodgates. It just so happened that I ended up living about 4 blocks from Haight Street. Pot was probably the most prevalent drug those days. Didn't hear much about other drugs back then, except, there's probably some psychedelics as well. We're sort of a printing commune. There were a bunch of people, and they printed a lot of the posters for all the rock groups who did, like Jefferson Airplane and people like that. The neighborhood started getting gentrified a bit. The Haight Street dead ends right into Golden Gate Park. Haight Street was sort of connected very much with that, with Golden Gate Park.
Mm-hmm.
And Golden Gate Park was also a place where, when there would be festivals or things like that, lots of people would gather. Golden Gate Park would be the place for that. So that sort of Haight Street was sort of connected very much with that, with Golden Gate Park.
How did Haight Street and the art business district of it kind of influence other uh, areas across the states?
Um, well, I think, this sounds sort of silly, but I think, psychedelic art and tie dye and things like that were definitely centered there in the Haight and sort of moved out from there. Other than that, in terms of the arts, obviously music. People like the Jefferson Airplane and Janis Joplin, and the Grateful Dead. Because the Grateful Dead were nearby as well, that certainly influenced the rock scene. But other than music and art, I don't think that the Haight was particularly influential. But for those two areas, art and visual art and music, the Haight was, particularly music. The Haight was very influential.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add about the Haight?
Um, I would say that before, Castro Street became the gay center of the city, and before that, there was Polk Street, which was older gay people, and then Haight Street, which was younger gay people. So Haight Street was a very open, easy place for young gay people to be, because first of all, there were a lot of young people around, and because it was very accepting.
And And how is that different from the rest of the country? How many years ahead was it from?
Oh gosh, depends on which part of the country you're talking about. If you're talking about Phoenix, I'd say maybe 10 or 15 years ahead. If you're talking about New York, probably just a couple of years ahead.
Okay.
And if you're talking about, Montgomery, Alabama, I'd say maybe they haven't caught up yet. So it depends. But definitely in terms of the whole quote unquote free love movement and acceptance of drugs, the hate in that area were basically way ahead or behind, depending on your outlook, but definitely in the forefront of those movements.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. How do you spell
You're
your last
welcome.
name again?
Goldstein.
All right. Thank
So
you.
yeah, I would look up that Life magazine article.
Right. And the
try to-
Cockettes, right?
Yeah, I'm sure that's streaming somewhere.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Be sure to send me some new projects.
Okay. Good luck with this.
Bye.
Bye-bye.